You know when you come up with an idea for a stream and then you're setting up the whole stream and then you realize, oh, this is gonna take like 2, 3 hours to do? Yeah, I didn't realize how much there was to actually do for Minecraft biomes. I set this all up last night or Wednesday night, and then, oh, surprise, there's like 30 different biomes. There's so many damn sub biomes that I don't want to do. uh it's gonna be a longer stream that I'm not prepared to do. But hello everyone. Hello. No, not that one. Face cam. Not our problem. I see how it is. Drink water. Look, I did the 24-hour stream. I think that was a better idea than this one. I don't think you understand. There's a lot of biomes. Like, some of these biomes you've never seen or heard of. There's a lot to do. Some of these are just biome edge. I don't really have to rank them that much. Some of these are completely different biome you've never heard of. But hello to Pedro, Arbiter, and Ethan. How you guys doing today? I'm doing better. Just need some time to myself, which I got, and that's that. Also, up there, if by the 19th, I think is the end date of that goal, 18th actually. Yeah, if by the end of the 18th I have 7 more subs, I will do a Twitch Sing stream. But if that goal is not reached, then I will not be doing Twitch streams because the following day I'm going to be moving back home because Thanksgiving and all that stuff. So I'm not going to be singing it at home, and then at the end of the year, Twitch Sing gets removed from Twitch, so I wouldn't even be able to do it anymore. Also, hello, Chocolate. Nice to see you. There's a lot to do. All right, Arbiter. Have a good one. Uh, for one, there's it's going to be ranked on a scale of 0 to 5, and there's 5 criterion that I am ranking them on. Yes, I just said criterion. That's the plural of criteria. Use that to impress your friends and simultaneously lose them all at the same time. Good job, Corey. Alright, so I'm judging these biomes on 5 things. Uniqueness. Does the biome have unique blocks? Structures, things like that. Structures. Okay. Uniqueness. Is the biome different from another biome? Does it stand out for one reason or another? Structures. Does it have stuff to explore in the biome? Mobs. Does it have unique mobs? Does it have any mobs? Does it have something going for it beyond just land? The adventure aspect. Am I going to go out of my way to try and find this biome? And finally, is this a biome? I know a lot of these are going to be yes. Some of these are just not biomes, though. I'm sorry. And if you're wondering where all these are, this is all the biomes that you see below are listed on the wiki. There's a lot. Starting off with the first one, which is ice spikes. Woo! I'm slowly regretting this already. Ice spikes is a interesting biome. It's got packed ice, full on snow blocks, which I think it's the only biome that has snow blocks in it. It also has rabbits, polar bears, and strays, all of which are somewhat unique. Polar bears you only really find in cold biomes. Uh, Rabbits you find in deserts, and do you find them in plains? I don't think you find them in plains. Also, I'm constantly looking over to check the wiki, so if I'm not reading chat all the time, I'm sorry. Are they in the plains? Do-do-do-do-do. Cold. No. Uh, you want ice spikes for multiple reasons. It's packed ice that's easy to get. In a it's always nice to see them. They always stand out. It's unique looking. It does have strays which are only in cold biomes. I do think this is a solid 5. This is definitely a biome above all other things. It stands out. You're going to want to find it. Even in normal survival mode worlds, you're going to look for it. In creative, you're going to look for it. It's one of the few biomes that you're actively going to be trying to find. And I think it is a very well deserving of a 5. Also, hi Corey. I don't think I said hi to you. Uh, climb to the tallest surveillance. You could also make them into wizard towers. Next, I think is ice mountains, snowy mountains, something snowy mountains. Actually, don't remember what this one's called. Yeah, snowy mountains. If you ask me, this is not a very interesting biome. Uh, it's it's just a variance to the ice plains, ice tundras, whatever it's called. The snow plains, if you will. There's not a whole lot to it. It's just mountains and occasional waterfalls. Like you can barely see on the edge of this right here that there's water down there. It does have strays, it does have polar bears, it does have rabbits, but it doesn't have the adventure aspect to it as much. It's not something you're going to be looking for. And if you're looking for the biome, that makes it an adventure aspect. If you're not actively looking for it, it's kind of there. You're just going to bump into it along the way. It's not really worth your time looking for. Yeah, if you're going to find every single biome. I don't even think this is a biome that you need. Uh, Other than that, there's no structures that spawn there. It doesn't have the igloos, no villages, none of that. Click the wrong tab to go back, and I'm pretty sure there's nothing in it at least. I swore it was on the wiki, now I can't find it. Prepared streamers, prepared. Yeah, so there's not much really to it. I don't really have much to say about it. I think it's a solid 3. There's not anything else that can really be said about it. There's definitely stuff they could add to it. They could add new mobs, try and add a structure, stuff like that. That could make it more interesting and worth my time trying to find. But other than that, I think it's just a 3. I can't even remember what this one is. Hello, Sim. Oh, what even is this one called? It's one of the taigas. Is this Snowy Mountain Taiga? Yeah, this is Snowy Taiga Mountain. It This just lacks uniqueness to it. That's all. And this I think is around the same. Now the only major difference between this and the other ones is that these have foxes. Foxes are not the most common mob. They're only really found in taiga biomes It makes the taiga biome feel somewhat more unique, considering taigas are just there. And if you want a biome to stand out more, you have to add mobs or structures. I think you can get. Here's the difference between this and a normal taiga. It snows and the foxes are white. You have polar bears and you have rabbits. There are four differences. That's it. Is that really something that makes it stand out against something else, another taiga? If you ask me, probably not. So I think this is another three. It lacks the adventure aspect. I would definitely say this is a biome. It just doesn't have uniqueness or mobs to go with it. Okay, Pedro. I think no, Ethan was here earlier, so there was at least another one American in the chat. I would say this is either a three or a two, or a three or a four. The only thing that's really pushing it to that four is the foxes, and even then, I'd say at most it's like a high three. I don't think it deserves the title of a four. That's another snowy taiga. I don't even. It's like snowy taiga plus or something stupid. Taiga. God, why are there so many? Snowy Taiga Hills. So I will ask you this. What is different from this in the mountains? They're a little bit lower down. That's not a whole lot to separate it from to make it its own real biome. And if you ask me, that means it's not really a biome. All these other ones, I can say with certainty, yes, they are a biome. They stand out enough from other biomes that I can go, yes. Hills do not have emeralds. That is only extreme hill biomes. And this lacks that. This doesn't really. Yeah, it has the foxes, it has polar bears, it has the rabbits, it has wolves. But in my opinion, this isn't really a biome. It's not unique. Lacks it lacks the adventure aspect as well. I think the only structures that spawn are the villages and igloos occasionally, but they're meh at best. I think this is a one or a two at best. And I think this deserves a one. Hello, Hunter. Welcome to the. All the foreigners are attacking the two Americans right now. I wouldn't even say a strong one. I'd say a weak one. The only thing is that it has unique mobs. They aren't attacking. It just looks that way. uh, Next, this is default snowy taiga, I want to say. Yeah. This is a little bit better than the last biome, thankfully. Just find exactly. Snow, snowfall, ice, spruce trees, flowers, wolves, white and some black rabbits, foxes, igloos, villages, pillager outposts, and sweet berry bushes. That's a lot better than the last ones. The sweet berries alone are just a nice addition. It makes finding wolves and not wolves, foxes a little bit more fun. Uh, I believe you can get the white foxes here. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you can get white foxes here, which are unique to this area. I should put Minecraft music on. Hold up. I'm going to face cam real fast. Minecraft music. Full soundtrack. Is it playing? It is, okay. And then I have to actually physically click on that. Uh, Back to Tigers though. No, in fact, I think this is a 4 personally. It's missing the adventure aspect where you aren't going out of your way to find it. I need to sneeze. Uh, Spruce trees are always nice to find. I believe it is the best variant of dark wood. Dark oak is not very good for is not a good dark tree. I do believe this is our first 4 and a pretty solid 4 at that. Ways that it could be better, I don't really know. Add The best way to make a biome more interesting is to add structures. If they had more unique structures there, definitely. This would definitely become a biome that people would go to. Snow Plains, I want to say this is called. This is loud. Yes, snowy tundra. Snow, snowfall, oak trees, ice, spruce trees, igloos, strays, white and sun black rabbits, polar bears, occasional tall grass, villager, and pillager outposts. I'm. Why would you put taigas at lower? So what about this biome? It does not. It's basically a plains biome that has snow. If you ask me, this is just a plains biome with snow. You don't. If you bump into it, it's kind of just like running in a plains biome. You're looking for anything else. You're looking for a new ocean so you can get away from it. You're looking for an ice spike. You're looking for taiga maybe. You aren't really looking for this biome. You're just gonna kind of run into it. And if you ask me if running into it is the if running into it to lead to another biome is the best thing this thing has, that's kind of weak. Yeah, there are igloos. Igloos you stay in for maybe 3 minutes. You're gonna cure the villager. You're gonna go on with your day. You don't stick around and bring that villager home. There are 2 villagers down there. You aren't going to keep both of them. Well, there's one villager, one zombie villager. You're gonna cure one and leave the other one behind. It's as simple as that. Polar bears, though, kind of nice to have around. Polar bears in general are just interesting. Trying to trying to bring them is always an ordeal. Baby ones are always cute. I think this is a 4 personally. It's just kind of missing. It's just flat. It leads into other biomes, but there's not really a whole lot other than that. Yeah, there are villages and pillager outposts. Villages are always a nice just, ooh, look, something. But kind of just misses out on the adventure aspect. Is it better than a taiga, though? That's the real question. I am personally going to say no. I think the foxes push taiga up, and the lack of foxes and said igloos pushes the tundra plains down a bit. Ugh, what even is this next one? It's something Badlands. Badlands Plateau. So, in my opinion, all Badlands share one thing in common, and that is you're looking for them for terracotta. If you're not going for terracotta, forget about this biome. Terracotta is, in my opinion, the most annoying block to farm. Prior to these existing, and if you can't find one, getting a good supply is just not feasible. It very much has the adventure aspect, though. You are going to be looking for these. I have built my base from one of these before, and it was a very fun base. It had a cave spider spawner right below where my base was, so every time I was just in my base, I'd have experience ready as soon as I was done. Uh, it does have dead bushes, which, eh. It is a barren biome. And I understand, oh, deserts are. If you go look at a real desert outside in the real world, I know, scary. It's just flat sand, cacti, not a whole lot. In terms of uniqueness, though, I would say this is a very unique biome. It definitely stands out against stuff like forests and other desert, savanna. It stands out against them. Now, what does it stand out for? Well, it stands out for terracotta. There's there's above ground mine shafts. You can find gold ore in them as well. There's no unique mobs. There's no unique structures. Even though this is a very interesting biome, I think it does lack the depth of other ones where it's flat. There's not a whole lot to build with. It's mostly a you take resources from here, not put resources into it. And I think this is a 3. I think it's a very strong 3. Maybe you could make an argument for it being a 4, but just the lack of mobs and structures kind of hinders it down a bit. Yeah, you could build a dam. Eh. Another problem is if you spawn here and you spawn at like the top, trying to get stone tools, you go through about 2 pickaxes worth. Actually, no, wait, that's not right. You can go through like half a wooden pickaxe before you will get any cobble. And that's too much time with wooden tools, let's be honest. Oh, this is the. What is this one called? This is just Badlands itself. Dead bushes, terracotta, red sand, cacti, above ground mine shafts, and gold ore. So I would say right away this is a much better biome. Even though all it has going for it is red sand, you don't find red sand in other places. Dead bushes, cacti, whatever, you find them in normal deserts. Above ground mine shafts are always very fun to find. Mine shafts in general are always fun to explore. Take my word for it. Even if there's the chance of, oh, there's a cave spider, oh, you're poisoned, oh, you're going to die. They are still fun to explore. Above ground gold ore, always a pleasure to find. And terracotta at the end is just. Terracotta is always something you're gonna want if you're gonna build. End of story. In my opinion, this does push it above the normal Badlands or Badlands blah 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 Badlands Plateau because the red sand does make it stand out more. Other than that, I think it's the same. Just red sand. Red sand really does make it better. Even though it lacks the mobs and the unique structures, I think this is actually a 4. A weak 4, I will say. Barely a 4 at that. But I will say it is a 4. Yes, you can sort them in a tier. Boop, boop. So it's just going to be how they score and then how they score personally against other biomes. Bamboo Forest. This is a very unique biome, if you ask me. For one, bamboo is not fun to get. It's either you find it here or you fish for it, and finding it here, you're just gonna find it here and harvest it because it's so much faster than fishing one up and just waiting for it to grow. It also has podzol, which, I mean, you could just do a 2x2 spruce tree, but this is much more interesting. You can fish bamboo. It's a junk. I want to say it's a junk item. Excuse me. It also has pandas. And look, if it has pandas, you can't really argue against it. This is the only biome in the game that has pandas, by the way. And I think that alone makes it stand out against everything else. Also, but there are a few problems. It is a much more uncommon biome. It's found only near jungles, and jungles are a pain to traverse. I believe you can also find parrots here and ocelots. But I think it's just, you're mostly coming here for pandas. You occasionally find the jungle temples, but they're not specific to this biome. But I do think this is a 5. Now, is it better than ice spikes? That's the question. I think it is better than ice spikes. There are a few ways that you can improve upon this biome, though. If they add a structure like a panda shrine, I know that's a really weird thing to ask for, but if they made just a random panda shrine in the middle, where there were just a bunch of pandas, that would make it the best biome in the game. Hands down. I'm sorry you had to learn this way, Chaco. First, nether biome, and it's honestly the worst one. Basalt deltas. They are a pain. If you have ever tried to traverse them to find anything, if they made the panda shrines extremely rare, I would still be fine with them. Because then that adds to the adventure aspect. It makes you want to go find them. If they're more rare, you're more inclined to look for it. Basalt deltas, let's get back to that one. It's one of the worst biomes, if you ask me. It has basalt. Yeah, it has blackstone. It has natural magma cubes spawns everywhere. It has gas on occasion, but trying to traverse it is one of the worst in the game. It is 3 blocks up, down 15. Up 2, down 12. It is not fun to walk through. If I find one of these, I just go around it. Also, the particle effects, the white dots are not interesting. They're not cool. They're not unique. Yeah, it does add some depth to it. No, let it happen, Corey. Uh, it is unique. Unfortunately, it is unique. It does have some difference with mobs. But I think this is a 1 just because it's not a fun biome to walk in. The things you're going in for are not worth it. I think this is a very weak 1. It only really stands as a biome because of basalt and blackstone. They're more rare than it might. If they're think about jungle temples. Some people look for them. Some people don't. Actually, no, that's a bad example. Think about fossils. Some people are always going to be looking for them, and if they find them, they're excited. Other people aren't looking for them, and they find them, and they're excited. So either way, if you bump into them, you're going to be excited. It is easier to spot fortresses, and you can get some resources, but it's kind of yeah. And I would say that's more of just a. It's not really specific to the biome. Fortresses are in all nether biomes. It's just they're a little bit easier to spot in this one because the other ones have like, well, not even all of them. Just the forest ones are just covered with trees that make it hard to see things. Fossils are incredibly rare. That should tell you how rare. That's how hard they are to find. Beach. I think this is a beach at least. Even though it's just like desert, I think this is actually a beach biome. I'm just gonna confirm real fast. Yeah, this is a beach biome. Some of this is alphabetical, some of it isn't. When I was first looking this over, I thought this was a cave biome. And then I saw in the wiki, oh, that's basalt delta. But beaches. They don't really have a whole lot going for them. Sand, gravel, water, sugarcane, turtles, buried treasure, and shipwrecks. I'm saying this now, buried treasure, I'm only counting that for ocean biomes because that's where you usually find the shipwrecks. I consider that not a structure that is in the beaches. That is more of a ocean structure. So what about beaches? They have turtles. That's honestly all I can say about them. They're a very small biome. They're inconsequential 90% of the time. Yeah, beach houses. Eh. There's not unique blocks. Only thing it really has is a turtle. And there are more biomes to find turtles. Ship you occasionally get those ocean structures generate on land. But those aren't super common. Those are more kind of just a bonus. I think this is a 1 or a 0. I don't even think this is a biome if you ask me. I think this is genuinely the first 0. I don't really think of beaches when I think of Minecraft biomes. has turtles. Yeah, I think this is 0. All the Fs make me think the stream died, by the way. I'm just saying that now. Just seeing the Fs is like, oh, the stream is dead, by the way. I know you're saying F to it being a 0, but that scared me a little bit. I had to check twice. Uh, things that they could do to make beaches more interesting, honestly, just remove them. Just put them as the biome that they are. Beach took revenge and stopped the stream. I like that idea. Beaches don't need to exist in Minecraft, if you ask me. Which, it's kind of sad to say that, but I don't see a point in really adding things to them. It, they're very small biomes. They usually cover like a small portion before an ocean. How to improve? Delete. Beaches were bigger, more common. Stuff like, yeah. If there was value to finding them, value to go into them, value to building them up, like if it was an actual beach, that would make it more interesting. But I don't really see. If beaches are just long stretches of sand the majority of the time, so I don't really think they can improve it. If you were around when I did my Minecraft mob tier list, I gave ways they could make the mobs more interesting, and some of them were just delete them because they didn't provide anything. If beaches were removed from Minecraft, people wouldn't exactly go, no, don't do that. It would just be, okay, I guess they're gone. They're too small to be improved in a, yeah. Like the Nether. The Nether was huge, so they were able to build up on it. They were able to add biomes to it. Sub-biomes. They can't exactly do that with beaches. Exactly, Corey. You don't really care about beaches in Minecraft. On to the next biome after that kind of sadness. Birch Forest. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the only difference between this and a normal forest are that there are birch trees. There are birch trees instead of oak trees. But I'm pretty sure in a normal forest, you can still find birch trees. Yep. So let's talk about that right away. Well, there's also bees and wolves, which are both nice mobs to just have around. Bees, they pollinate for you, and you can get honey. Wolves are man's best friend for a reason. Uh, birch by itself are mediocre. We'll get to that soon, Pedro. In terms of actual usefulness, I would say this is pretty low. I think birch is my second most use for sticks and fuel, just because they're easier to harvest than other trees. Acacia, they spawn in awkward angles. Oak trees, sometimes you get the huge ones. Jungle trees barely drop saplings, same with dark oak. And spruce are just awkward shaped. Birch trees are always very consistent. Trees would be pretty if they had more contrast to go with light logs. Yes. I would say it's definitely a case of they need to add more to the biome itself. There are no structures here. There are unique mobs. Not unique, there are different mobs. You have bees and wolves. That's something. I think this is a 2, though. You aren't going out of your way to find it. It is somewhat unique. But then again, a normal forest has the exact same things. It does have... I think the mobs push it up. And then birch trees. Birch trees are not the worst wood. I will say that much. To build with, it's a nice contrast. Ooh, abandoned cottages. That would make them way better. So I think this is a 2. There's ways to improve it. It's not a lost cause biome like a beach. But then again, you also have to understand, not every biome gets the same amount of love as another. I don't even know what ocean this is. Indeed, abandoned cottages could bump them up a lot of the worst biomes trees. I mean, if you just add structures to the forests, they become better. Which ocean is this? Cold ocean. Cod, salmon, underwater ruins, gravel, kelp, seagrass, dirt, sand, shipwreck, magma block, squid, drowned. I think a lot of oceans suffer from the same thing. There's not a lot on the ground or on the floor. There's kelp. Kelp is kind of meh at best. It's an emergency food at best and a pretty low tier fuel at best. Occasionally finding a map is nice. I am going to say if I'm going to grade the buried treasure in ocean biomes instead of beaches and the shorelines. I think that's a little bit more fair to the oceans. Oh, definitely. If it just, it's kind of like putting blocks to block the nothingness. Yeah, there are ocean monuments, but I think that applies to all oceans. And it's unfair to say, well, this one has ocean monuments. I'm talking about with the guardians and the sponges. I don't think this is a very strong biome. And oceans, I believe, are the most common biome in the game. That's interesting, Corey. Yeah, you have to burn kelp to get dried kelp. You have to cook kelp to get dried kelp, to use dried kelp to make dried kelp blocks, to then use as a fuel source. And as somebody who built a base in the ocean, kelp gets in the way a lot. And I think kelp alone kind of brings the score down. It does have cod and salmon, but those are in almost every body of water. Drowned, okay, those are still in every single body of water. Squids have never been unique in the game, and they are mediocre at best. There's not a lot to really say about this biome. I think a lot of the ocean biomes are just ones. I'm struggling to think of ways that it could be better, and they're just barren. And I understand if I were to go in the ocean now, they would be barren, but at least the oceans in the real world have stuff on the surface, even if it is garbage. Side note, do not add garbage as a block or an item I can pick up in Minecraft. I think this is a very low one. It's definitely a biome. I'll say that much. It's not a beach. It's really just the drowned in the maps that's keeping it from dropping. It's like burning logs to make coal. It's there, but yeah. Rate everything against the beach. Honestly, I might do that. God, it's been an hour and you see how much more I have left to do. Oh, Crimson Forest. You got hoglins, you got piglins, you got netherwort blocks, you got unique uh wood. The what is it? Crimson fungi. I do like this biome. It is very annoying to traverse and to build stuff in. Getting rid of all the blocks in the way takes forever. It is such a pain. TNT is a better idea to clear blocks than just about anything. So is there anything else unique to this biome that I'm forgetting? Uh, uh oh, Shroomlight. Shroomlight is nice. It's a nice bright block. I'll give it that, and that's about it. Hoglins are a nice source of food, albeit raw pork chops. You can breed them if you want to. Make a baby, kill them, get food, what have you. I think this is a solid 4, maybe even a 5. The only thing I think it's lacking the adventure aspect of it, if anything. But other than that, I think it's a good biome. You aren't going out of your way to find this biome in the Nether. If you bump into it, cool, you're gonna stay there for like 5 minutes and then be on your way. I think it's better than the Badlands, but mm, I think it's the highest in 4 right now. And not by a whole lot. It's when you actively look out for. It's also good. You spot it pretty easily, I'll say that much. God, I'm gonna pass out while doing this probably. Thanks, Pedro. Dark Forest Hills or Edge or something like that. I'm gonna rate this one later. I'm gonna do Dark Forest first. Dark Forest is a very interesting biome to say the least. Dark Oak is a very sought after wood for whatever reason. It's an alright building material. Dark, I prefer spruce when we're talking about dark tree and oak tree colors. The giant mushrooms are nice if you need a temporary food source. Woodland mansions are always a pleasant surprise, albeit they are incredibly rare in the biome, and you have to find a map. It's usually you have a map that you're given, and if we're looking at the Woodland Mansion by themselves, it is probably the most unique structure in Minecraft because you have the Illagers, the Vex, which I hate Vexes. I think Dark Oak is a solid 5. I think it's above Ice Spikes. I think Ice Spikes are the weakest of the 5 right now. Just because it's just Ice Spikes that you're really going for. I might drop Ice Spikes down to 4. Now that I think about it. Pedro. No, no. Now, let's take that exact same biome, but let's add some hills to it. This can be removed from the game. It is everything the Dark Oak has, with the difference of there are now hills. It can be removed from the game, nobody would care. You would not notice that it was removed, because it's such an inconsequential biome relative to what it's surrounded by. Even though I love Dark Oak Forest, Dark Oak Hills is not a very interesting biome. Nothing new gets added, nothing really gets removed. It's just elevation, and that's not enough to really make it its own biome, if you ask me. Elevation doesn't really add to a biome, if you ask me. If you give me plains, hills, I don't care. Plain and simple. Pun intended and unintended at the same time. I think this is Desert Lake, which I don't really think is a biome. Desert lakes. Sand, cacti, water, sugarcane, gold, rabbits, desert well, fossil husk. Yet again, this is not a biome. It doesn't stand out enough. Everything that this biome has, the normal desert has, and the desert is a much better biome. Why would I look for a desert lake when I already have deserts? This is the definition of bumped into by accident, and I didn't really notice. Some builds require elevation. I just don't think it works for Dark Oak Forest. Desert lakes are just there, honestly. Remove them from the game, don't consider them a biome. Just call it what it is, a desert. Maybe you can make an oasis, a structure, and then, but still, that gets rid of desert lakes. Sorry, but not really worth my time. Next, desert. Exactly. You just need 2 buckets of water. Desert. Well, let's go over what the desert has. Sand, cacti, dead bushes, sandstone, sugarcane, desert wells, desert pyramid, desert villages, pillager outposts, gold, rabbits, fossils, husk. Deserts are probably the most well-known biome in Minecraft, hands down. It's that or plains. For speedrunning, this is the best one of the best biomes. Used to be one of the best biomes, I should say. I don't really think there's much that I can argue against this. Husks are annoying, but they are unique. It does have rabbits. Uh, you have varied structures. I think this is a solid 4. The problem with giving it a 5 is that you're not going out of your way to find it most of the time. You're bumping into it. That's true, Corey. There are a lot of good things about deserts, I will say. It does have pyramids, which has TNT. It has iron, gold, diamonds, golden apples, horse armor, what have you. Villages, good place to trade, set up a base. Desert wells are occasionally nice. They are better than the desert lakes themselves. Lack of trees kind of pushes it down a bit. And it's a common biome. What makes the ones in 5 unique is that they're rare. More rare. Deserts are very common. You just keep finding them and you just keep going, okay, whatever. I can't really argue. If deserts were more rare, they'd be a 5. I don't think they should be more rare. And I think they just stay where they are. Okay. For whatever reason, the end is divided into like 5 different biomes. What even is this? Is end arents. Generates as the part of the outer islands of the end. The biome represents the outer rims of each island with steep cliffs below the edge. Neither end cities nor coarse trees generate in this biome. Okay. It has endstone, enderman, and end gateway portals. This is not a biome. This is a sub-biome to a biome, if you ask me. There is not a whole lot to see here. There's not a whole lot to do here. They are there. This is a 0 again. If I'm going through these, I'm going through these to go to a new end island. End of story. Pun intended. I don't really have words to say about this biome. It's there. That's all I really got. I should adjust the order of the zeros. Yeah, I think that's a better order for 0. I don't know why, but apparently... Okay, no, this isn't just End Cities. This is called End Highlands. Generates as the outer islands of the End. The biome represents the hilltops of each island is the only biome in the End where both coarse trees and End Cities generate. Endstone, Endermen, Chorus Plant, End Cities, Shulkers, and End Gateway portals. End Cities are amazing. They are the reason why you're out here. You're going for the Elytras, you're going for the enchanted armors, the free tools, all that stuff. That's why you're going to End Cities. That's why you're out there. But if you ask me, this is the only reason why you're in the... This is the only reason why you're in the End. There's not a whole lot other than that. Yeah, there's fighting the dragon, but you're gonna do that once, maybe twice. Not a whole lot to do there. Look, I am allowed to be tired. I think this is a 2. The problem is once you explore these, you're going to take them apart and you're not really going to come back to them. Shulkers are a one-time spawn. You're going to take their boxes and shells and make them into shulker boxes. You aren't going to consider coming back here. That's all this biome has. This isn't even considered a thing. It's literally referring to... I'm pretty sure it's just referring to the portals. Yeah, this is just the portal. Oh, great. So that makes NCs even less relevant. Even better. Exactly what we want. Rodent Badlands. This is a biome you probably have never seen nor heard of. It is a normal Badlands, but everything goes up a lot more. Good luck, Corey. This is a very unique biome. It's a Badlands done correctly, and it's what it looks like in real life. And I think this is a solid 5. It looks really cool. It's actually designed after the real world. I think it deserves its location in 5. Yeah. This is where, if you're going to build a dam, you're probably going to do it in this one. I might start rushing through this because it's been an hour. It's been 15 minutes since I said that, and 4 have been ranked. Not 4. A few more than that. Whatever. Flower Forest. I need to get a list of everything that's actually in the Flower Forest. Flowers, trees, brown, salt and pepper, and black rabbits. I thought that was something not in Minecraft. And bees nests. The flower variants are plentiful enough. You get the tulips, you get the... There are more, I swear. Oxeye daisy, azul bluets. There's a lot of There's a lot of flowers. It definitely has uniqueness. It definitely has the adventure aspect. I will give it that. It doesn't really have unique mobs. Bees are in every forest biome, and you can spawn them in with a tree next to a flower. Less than 3 and I'm canceled? I'm already canceled, so I can rank it as low as I want. There's no structures, unfortunately. Unique structures would probably boost this up a lot. Again, the abandoned cottages idea, it would very much help with this. I think this is a 3. A very strong 3, I will give it that. Just no structures, no unique mobs kind of makes it weaker. Forests, on the other hand, are the definition of overused, oversaturated, and just not fun. This is a 1. If you can give me valid reasons to raise this up to a 2, I will listen. But wolves and bees are unique here. Not that unique. They're in almost every other biome with the same name. You have occasional mushrooms. Well, I don't care about mushrooms that much. They're just kind of there. You have oak and birch trees. Well, I don't care that much about either one of them. They're just wood. I don't think there are many arguments to make. You could say, oh, well, it's the original Minecraft biome. Cool. still am going to say this is a 1. And it will gladly sit above basalt deltas. Hey, Zag. Forests have been almost the same since like 1.2 when birch forests came out. It's my general. It's in the general Discord. My general Discord, I should say. Hey, Star. I think this is Frozen Ocean. Yeah, Frozen Ocean. Ice, packed ice, blue ice, water, gravel, clay, squid, sand, cod, drowned salmon, iceberg, shipwreck, cold underwater ruins, stray, polar bear, and rabbits. This is it falls under the ice biome, the snow biome category, where a lot of them are just kind of there. Yeah, Zach, I have to pull the wiki up to try and read half of them. Every single one you see is on the wiki, by the way. Yeah, every single that is. I think that is this one right here. Wooded Badlands Plateau modified. It's not a very interesting one. I'll say that much. Back to Frozen Ocean. I think this is a 2. Polar bears do add to it. Strays do add to it. Drowned. Okay. I don't get how rabbits can live on the ice. There's nothing to eat. You would just be eaten by polar bears. Shipwrecks are nice because they kind of crash into the iceberg and that adds to the depth of them. Problem is there's not a whole lot other than that. There's no real adventure. Well, you are going for blue ice, and this is a very efficient way of getting blue ice. This might be a 5, actually. I think if it's all the criteria of a 5, no, it's a 4 at best. I think this falls into a 4. Where in 4, though? I think bottom of 4. Just because polar bears are in so many other places, and this is like the worst place you can get them. I think that they belong in bottom of 4. Rabbits, same thing goes. Just not a lot. I think this is like giant taiga. Giant spruce taiga. My bad. What does this biome even have going for it? Spruce trees, podzol, ferns, grasses, foxes, wolves, mossy cobblestone, mushrooms, and dirt. Back before you could make mossy cobblestone, this would have been a much better biome. But unfortunately, since you can craft mossy cobblestone, kind of takes away from that. Foxes are always a nice thing to have. Back when podzol was only here, it was a lot better. Prior to them doing those changes of podzol and mossy cobblestone, I would say this is like a solid 4. But because both of those are much more abundant. Yes, with vines and cobblestone, you can make mossy cobblestone. Same with stone bricks. Uh, it'll saving the redemption factor is honestly in the foxes. I think that's one of the few things saving this biome. I can't think of anything. There's not a lot that can really save this. Foxes, occasional unique structures. Spruce is the best type of tree. I think this is a low 3 though. Just because the changes to Podzol and Mossy Cobblestone kind of hindered it. This one right here, Zag. Hey, Josh. Okay, that's a sentence. What even is this next one? Giant tree taiga is, I believe, the exact same thing. But you have coarse dirt and dead bushes. I think this is a little bit better than this one. I don't... Everything I said about this biome can be said for this one, but you get coarse dirt. Nice, now I'm gonna get a nice casual chat argument going on. These are like some of the worst. These are two of the worst biomes in the game. I know I said that about a lot of them, but these are a special place in the realm of bad. Where are you? Alright, you ready for the names of these next two biomes? God. This is Gravelly Mountains Plus. Or is it Gravel Mountains? No, it's Gravelly. Gravelly Mountains Plus. I don't think anybody's going to argue with that. I don't even know what's going on with my chat. And you ready for the next biome? Gravelly Mountains. No plus. At best, this is a 1. There's not anything redeeming this one. You have stone, dirt, llama, emerald ore, infested stone, spruce trees, and oak trees here. That's the wrong biome. Spruce trees, oak trees, gravel, llama, emerald ore, infested stone, and snow. This is a thing, to say the least. It's a 1. Emerald ore is the only thing saving this. I don't even know what... I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't know what this next biome is. I looked through, and there's no picture on the wiki that looks like this one. I've spent a lot of time just trying to find it, and I cannot. I don't believe this is Snowy Desert. You're done? Post it in Discord and I'll check it later. Thing is, it doesn't match the same picture that the ice desert is. Shut up, Streamlabs. You're not even a VIP anymore. Okay, apparently this is ice desert. It's not in the game, for one. It would be a very interesting biome if it was in the game. But if you ask me, this is just kind of here. I'm going to rank this as not a biome, purely because it's not in the game. I can't rank something that's not in the game. And I think we can all agree that. You can't rank something that's not there. If this was actually in the game, it would be interesting. See ya, Josh. Thanks for coming in and attacking Sim. What, Zag? God. This is just an assault. Because I'm ranking biomes based on 5 criterion. That is the plural of criteria, by the way. Look it up. You can impress your friends with that and then lose them at the same time. Uniqueness of the biome, structures, mobs, adventure aspect, and is it a biome? At the end of the day, it is a biome. That is the only thing really saving it. It may be a pain to deal with. It may drop all the time, but it's there. It can at least stand out against other biomes and be unique in that way. The ones you see down here could be removed from Minecraft biome, could be removed, could be implemented into the same biome that it represents. Nobody would care. That's what separates them from a 1. If it's a 0, removing them is the best they could do with the biome. This is a really dumb biome, I'll say that much. I think this is also going the 0. This is Jungle Edge. Zach, I talked about it when I got to it. Jungle Edge, I don't have anything really to say about this. I'm going to rank Jungle first because this is not exactly a biome. Jungles, they are nice, unique. They are filled with trees, cocoa beans, parrots, ocelots. They can lead to bamboo forests. They have a very nice bright color of grass. You occasionally find bamboo in them. Not much else I can say. Jungle temples are nice. If they added abandoned villages, abandoned jungle villages, that would be a very interesting aspect. I don't think they could do that though, just because jungles are so dense already. I think this is a 4. It's just missing the going out of your way to find aspect. It's a biome you're going to bump into before you bump into any of these up here. So I think this is the highest of 4 right now. Legacy Frozen Ocean? Yeah, it's called Legacy for a reason. Not much to say about it, unfortunately. All good, Corey. Going fine right now. What? I think this is another legacy or a removed biome. Excuse me while I try and find which out. Find which. Okay, this is lukewarm ocean. Dolphin, pufferfish, tropical fish, squid, salmon, cod, underwater ruins, sand, dirt, clay, drowned, kelp, seagrass, shipwrecks, and magma blocks. So it's basically the same ocean biome, but the water's a brighter color. You get pufferfish and you get tropical fish. I think this is a 2 compared to the other ocean biome. Not by a whole lot, though. And that's the problem with ranking these, is so many of them are so similar that, oh, cool. Oh, we're getting to my least favorite part, by the way. All of these have the same prefix. Modified biome X. Some of them are interesting. We're starting, I don't even know which modified one this is. Modified Badlands Plateau. Compared to average Badlands Plateau, more variable terrain and smaller plateaus, as if a larger plateau was weathered down over time. Interesting. So it adds to the whole. It kind of makes it feel like a Grand Canyon, like the Grand Canyon, but it kind of is already a biome. So it's a copy and pasted biome. I think it's just gonna sit with the other Badland Plateau. There's not a lot that I can say about this though. Which modified version is this? Modified Jungle Edge. We already said Jungle Edge wasn't a biome. Let's modify it so it's a little bit lower. Sorry, Zag. Sometimes people need to break from streaming. Case in point. This is modified jungle. This is actually a biome, by the way. But I don't think it deserves to be as high. I think it deserves to be. I think I'm just gonna put all the modified ones here. Just because they don't really feel like unique biomes, they don't have anything going for them. I think they just kind of sit there and they're just there. Can't forget them, Pedro. That sucks. Understandable. You just kind of throw them in there quickly. Modified Woodlands Plateau, I want to say this is this one. Yeah. Um, I haven't even gotten to the Woodlands Plateau. I think it goes here, it goes there just because there's trees. I don't have much to say about that one other than that. Is this the last modified, or are we getting to the actual mountain stuff? God, there's so many sub-biomes. Is this a modified one? Mountain Edge. Mountain Edge is not really that important. Sometimes people just get burned out from streaming and take breaks. Look at me in August, September. I streamed like 3, 4 times for 2 whole months. And for the month of November, 6 days in, I have streamed half as many times as I did in those 2 months. What, Zag? I have never gone to it, in part because I don't have money to do it, nor do I have the want to do want to stop school and go there. Down the line, maybe. Right now, no. It's always end of August, start of September, so. Mountains. I don't remember what Plain Mountains has. Oh, wait, Mountain Edge is an unused biome. Even better. This is just plain up mountains. Oak trees, spruce trees, gravel flowers, emerald ore, infested stone llamas. It's just mountain biome, really. It's just big hill. And I have said what I said about hills, but I think this is unique enough that it gets a 3. Uh, bottom 3, though. Nice, Corey. You know, as a geography minor, I shouldn't call them big hills. They're just big hills. Hank Hill would be impressed by the size of this hill. Um, Mushroom Field? No, Mushroom Shore. Mushroom Island Shore? Mushroom Fields Shore. Uh, so this is a sub biome, by the way. To a biome. Where there's already a biome happening. This is like the best you can get in the 0. Mushroom. Explain the end? No. Plain and simple, no. Mushroom Islands, or Mushroom Fields as they're called now. You have mushrooms, you have mushrooms, you have mycelium, you have the fact you have no mobs spawning unless they are from a spawner. It's a very unique biome, and it is definitely a 5. The problem is that there is no structures there. You're going just for the mushrooms. You're really going for mushrooms and the mushroom mycelium. Bottom of 5, even though it's a rare biome and people always look for it, it's kind of like it's like the needle in the haystack of biomes. But yeah. Nether Waste as it's called now. They really changed how this one looks. Okay, Zag. They're like vegetarian loopholes. Mushrooms are like vegetarian loopholes. Corey 2020. Nether wastes are kind of bland now. They're the portion of the nether that the nether used to be. And that's all I really have to say. It's there. It's kind of just irrelevant, let's be honest. It fell into uselessness when the Nether update happened. I don't have a lot to say about it. Yeah, there's all the Light 2. It has the gold ore, and that's about it. And a lot of the everywhere else has gold ore. It's just that it's easier to find here. It's a little bit easier to traverse. I think this is bottom of 2, if anything. Not really a whole lot going on. The problem is the structures apply to all the nether biomes. It's not bastions only spawn in nether wastes. They only spawn in soul sand valleys. No, they spawn in all of them. So if I'm judging the entirety of the nether based on whether or not they have structures, all of them get a boost up because they all have the same structures. I mean, part of doing tier lists is just, alright, how bad is this really? And we're getting next to oceans. All oceans kind of just struggle to be different. They tried to update them, but they really just made them look much more empty. It has the same thing that every other ocean has. So where do I put it? I I think it goes barely above this one, barely above the cold ocean. It's not unique. It's bland. You're never going to actively look forward to it. You're just really using it. Yep, that's exactly what the nether wastes are. You're not gonna look around for unique terrain to build a temporary base in. No. Yes, it is Friday. For Sim, it is Saturday. Oceans are just kind of there, if you ask me. Oceans are kind of like the nether wastes. You're using them to get to a different biome. Next, we have everybody's favorite plains. Plains are flat, they are boring, there's not a lot going on. There's villages, there's occasional flowers. They have the nice light or dark blue flower. That's something that's nice about it. They have villages, bees, donkeys, horses. I think the donkeys and horses do boost this up a little bit. It is a little bit of an oversaturated biome. It's just it's one of the two biomes that's everywhere. Plains is just Indiana, but with horses. I think it's the 13th. Uh, I think plains get a 3. The flatness of them, even though I've talked about not liking hills that much, I think the flatness of them kind of takes away from the biome. I can't say anything to get it to a 4. It doesn't feel unique enough, and it's far too plentiful to really go out of your way looking for one. I think it's better than a mountain, though. River. Rivers are. They're kind of just there. Elevation does nothing. It's too flat. Listen. Uh, Rivers. You got salmon, you got cod. You got squids. It's sometimes fun to go in a boat and just wee through them, but no structures. No, not a whole lot of unique mobs. Not really an adventure aspect. I think this is a 2. 2 or a 1, actually. Did I say that? Oh, Zag did. Yeah, I haven't either. Things you thought you would never hear. School being described as sexy. Ooh woo. I think rivers though deserve a 1. I like rivers. They're fun to build bridges over, but they don't really have a whole lot going for them. They are better than forests though. I'm waiting for that to be clipped and become my walk-on sound somebody's gonna use. I should set them up. I should set up walk-on sounds. I had them turned on for a long time ago, but I just they never worked. So I'm like, effort. I'm not gonna turn them on. Which savannah is this? Let's play that game. What biome is this? Savannah Plateau. What can I say about Savannah Plateau? It's Savannah, but it's elevated. Woo! 3. This is Vanilla Savannah, which is the same thing, but flat. Woo! Uh, so what does Savannah have going for it? It has acacia trees. I like acacia trees. The problem with acacia is the bright orange. Sometimes it's too much. I do like the natural wood color. Uh, Other things. It doesn't rain. Lots of passive mobs. I think this is a 4. It does have villages. Doesn't have unique mobs. Doesn't have a real adventure. I think this is actually a 3. Uh, Above plains. Savannah I knew played flute and she was absolutely crazy. Shattered Savannah. I think it's just Shattered Savannah. It's a cool biome, actually. I think this is one of my personal. It's a it's a good it's an interesting biome. Let's leave it at that. Uh, it's Savannah, but there are a lot more steep elevations. And for that, it makes it look a little bit better. There's a lot more coarse dirt, and coarse dirt is annoying if you want to build a base with grass. I've gone through multiple diamond hoes doing so. I think this is a 2, though. Love birch forest. Shattered Savanna Plateau Plus. I think that's the full name of this biome. I will say this right now, this is my favorite biome in Minecraft. Now, is it a 5? No. It doesn't have that. It's not a biome people know about, unfortunately. This is where I built my base last time. I don't want to. Oops. Okay. It is very beautiful to look at. You have huge pillars going up into the sky, parts of land that are just above it. It is an amazing biome to explore. If you ever find one, they can make some of the coolest generations you'll ever see. Now, is this a 5? No, sadly. I don't think it has that adventure aspect that the other ones have. It doesn't have the uniqueness of mobs. It is a bottom of 4 tier, unfortunately. But it is still my favorite biome. And what happened in chat while I looked away? Better than being a pizza slut. I don't even know what the context for that was. But I don't know if I want it. Scroll up. Moving on. I don't know how to respond to any of that just happened. I don't know how to respond. I believe this is small end islands. Not bad. Uh, this is basically what the end cities are, and where the end portals take you. And as such, I'm ranking them as that alone. The course fruit and course fruit is here, but end cities are not. There's not a whole lot to it though. It's just you use this to find end cities, to find elytras, to find a way to get away from here. They are not fun to be in, to say the least. I think this is a barely above nether wastes. I think this is what? What is this biome? Snowy beach, I think. Yeah, it's a snowy beach. Hey Star, who am I on your fight map? I need to know this. I will wait until I get responded. Top mid blue. Opening Twitter. I want to fight them. Okay. Nice to know, Star. Top mid just how does it have king vibes? I'll read the comments when I'm done streaming. It might there's like 30-40 minutes left maybe. Snowy beaches though. Yeah, this is definitely a biome. It's the same thing as a beach, but it has snow in it, and I can't really justify it for it being a biome. Barely above beach. This 0 is going to be completely filled because there's at least 3 more biomes that are going in here. Soul Sand Wastes? This is not called Waste. Uh, it's the Soul Sand biome. I like this biome a lot. It has those nice fossil structures. Ghasts are annoying, but they spawn here all the time. Skeletons are annoying, but they spawn here all the time. The blue fire is amazing. I love it. I think this is a solid high 4. I think the blue flames might push it to the top of 4. Okay, I wanted to put. Yeah, I think it's. I think it's top of 4. All right, you guys ready for this next biome? The void. It certainly exists in Minecraft. I can't say anything about it. It's just there. This is where you're gonna end up screaming and crying if you're playing vanilla. That's all that the void is. Yummy void boy. Do I love the taste of nothingness? Alright, you ready for the next biome that's completely irrelevant? Stone Beach. Yeah, that certainly is a biome. I think stone is the worst of the 3. Yeah, that zero is quite full of useless biomes. Sunflower biome is not useless though. Sunflowers are nice. They're a very quick, easy way to get yellow dye. Uh, I do like sunflowers for aesthetics. I think this is a 2. 2 or a 3. It has all the perks of plains, plus you get sunflowers. I think this is right above plains. Ranking these in a different order. Swamp. Swamps are an interesting biome, to say the least. They have the witch hut, which can spawn cats. They have slime spawns during specific night phases. Mushrooms, lily pads. An interesting shade of grass. It does have. It also has the very light blue flower. I like that flower a lot. Since they made the changes to boats where they can destroy lily pads, it became a lot more fun to traverse through. I think this is a solid 4. Uh, this is Swamp Hills. Cool. Um, there. I think just the variety of unique blocks to it, or unique decoration blocks to it, kind of adds to the whole swamp being a better biome. This is some taiga biome. I don't even know which taiga this is. There's too many taigas. Taiga Mountains? Yeah, this is Taiga Mountains. What can I say about Taiga Mountains? Like, they're there. You don't ever find them, but they're there. I don't know what to say about this. What does it even have in terms of unique stuff? Spruce trees, flower fern, sheep, brown, salt and pepper, and black. Rabbits, sweet berry bushes, foxes. Foxes kind of push it up. Rabbits are meh, they're usually getting killed by the foxes. Sweet berry bushes. That's a good one, Pedro. Uh, I think this is a 2, though. That's a modified. Whatever, but I don't care about the modified anymore. I've been told I have good bones. I did not mean to send that or type it. I was just thinking it. Pedro, Pedro. Nope, that doesn't work, Pedro. Streamlabs, shut up. You don't vanish anymore. You're here forever and ever. Oh, or Star could do that. No need to grow your own, just find one. Uh, hey, remember that drinking game we had about tigers? Yeah, here's vanilla taiga. I honestly don't have opinions on this one. It's like a 3. We're almost done. 6 more. Tall birch forest. What do you say about a tall birch forest, honestly? It's a birch forest with hills and taller birch trees. Like, birch, I think more like bitch forest. I don't think. Mm, birch is a 2. I think this is a 1. No real redeeming qualities. It's. I am not a female dog, so I cannot be a birch. Flower forest? Top of 3. Yeah, I think that's going to be the worst biome that's actually a biome. Okay. The end. This is the end itself. I think this is a 5. For multiple reasons. You have the Ender Dragon, the most unique mob in the game because it's only spawning in one specific biome. It has very difficult to meet spawning requirements. You do have it definitely has the adventure aspect. This is the most I think this is the most adventure biome that people look for. So I will give it that. Okay, Elder Guardian, I forgot that existed. But those spawn in a lot of. They spawn in any ocean biome, and oceans are plentiful. This is a 5, but where does it go in 5? That's the question. I think it's third place. Yeah, I think it's fine to put it there. Warm ocean. Gray square. That's the void. You want me to rank the void? All right, let's go over the void. All right, what does it have? What's unique about it? You can't build blocks there. That's not very fun. Structures, nothing. Mobs, nothing. Adventure aspect, you cry here. This is not a biome. This is not a biome. This is nothing. You can't rank nothing as a biome. How do I rank nothing as something? I can't. There's no way you could redeem the biome. It's worse than biomes that don't exist in Minecraft. That's how bad it is. Take their opinions to. If I take in your guys' opinions, it's gonna be the best biome. And it's not a biome. There's nothing that says this is unique. Let's make it a 5. If you're in the void, you're crying because you lost everything. I'm getting yelled at by my own chat to put void as 5. Okay, you know what? We'll come back to void. We'll do it at the end. All right? All right? We'll talk about it at the end. Let me finish this. Let me finish the other 4 and then we can talk about the void. Jeff ended with everything. Nothing is now my friend. Okay. Warm ocean. You have pufferfish. You have tropical fish. You have coral reefs. You have the sea pickles. It's bright. It's colorful. It has the most unique blocks in Minecraft, in my opinion. You can't farm these blocks anywhere else. I think this is a 5 as well. I think this is above a mushroom. Woo! Fish! Yeah! Fish! Uh, what's the name of this one? I can't remember. Warped Forest. What to say about Warped Forest? There it is, Corey. It has the blue trees. It has Endermen, which can be easier if you want to farm them. But why are you farming them if you're in the Nether and you want to get End Pearls? Just you get gold. Uh, it does have nice blue. It has the same problem with Crimson Forest where it's hard to traverse through. Unique blocks for sure. It has the warped fungi, which you can use to breed the Striders, which are an amazing mob. But I don't think it's 5. I do think this belongs in 4. Maybe not even 4. I think this is a 3. Just because it doesn't have mobs that really go for it. Top 4? It doesn't have the adventure aspect, I will say that much. It definitely has uniqueness. Structures we aren't talking about with the Nether. It doesn't have mobs, that's the problem. I would say Soul Sand Valley has the adventure aspect, but I don't think this one does. Zag, go watch a 1.16 speedrun. They do not kill Endermen at all. They trade gold to get Ender Pearls. It is faster to trade gold than it is to kill the Enderman. I think this is like low 4, maybe top of 3. Bottom of 4, I think. Yeah, it's an alternative, but it's not as much of an alternative. Woodland, Wooded Badlands, Wood Badland Plateau? Is Woodland Modified Plateau? Uh, it's one of the few biomes with coarse dirt. Screw coarse dirt, honestly. If it's removed from the game, I would be happy. Because sometimes it is just annoying. It is definitely better. Is it better than the modified version? I don't think so. I think it's a 3, but there. What is this? Is some mountain biome? Swear to God, if this is a taiga. No, it's just wooden mountains. Thank God. It's a mountain biome with trees. Where did I even put the mountain biome? It's a 3. Yeah, it certainly is a biome. That's all I can really say about this. Okay, are we even gonna rank this biome? Are we actually gonna spend the time to argue about whether or not this is a 0 or a 5? It's nothing in between. It's a 0 or it's a 5. And I'm gonna give you arguments for both. 0. There's nothing there. What purpose does this biome serve if it's not even a biome? If you press F3, what shows up while you're in here? Nothing. Pull. I have a mod in chat, don't I? Make sure you can set bits. I believe in corruption right now. Prove to me that this is a 5, or prove to me that this is a 0. 0 or 5. 5. 0. 2 minutes. Go. It doesn't have anything in it. There's no structure, there's no mob, there's There's literally nothing to the biome. How can I say that it's a 5? Thanks for the drink water. So what you mean to tell me is this nothingness, this literal biome that represents nothing. It has nothing to do with the game, nothing to do with Minecraft. It is literally the death pit. This is the best biome in Minecraft. Where's the adventure aspect in it? Like, what am I gonna be? What am I trying to do while in here? While I'm down there? Pizza. It's nothing. It's literally a biome that represents nothing. How did this debate even come up? I want to know what started the put void in 5. God. God. Thanks, Zag. Now I have to actually put this thing in 5. Congrats, Corey. I don't think that's a sentence I would ever see you say. And I'm gonna very quickly, come on. Okay, Streamlabs doesn't want to cooperate. That's cool. Boop. Doop. Don't mind what I'm doing. Okay, back to this. I really gotta feed into this bit, alright? Somebody can quickly read. So like last second that you don't get to see it. There's nobody online to read. That's great. I think the music also died. Great. There you go. I can't believe I just fell into corruption like that. I'm disappointed that I fell for it and just let that happen. It was fine where it was. It was fine at the bottom of 0. But no, 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 no. Let's go in with, we need to make sure that this biome is the top tier biome. This is the #1 biome in Minecraft now. There is no other place to put it. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for Corey for the 20 bits, and congratulations on your Sugar Daddy badge. No more comments. I'll potentially stream tomorrow. If I do, it will be shiny hunting because I haven't done that in a while and I want to. It's literally been almost a week since I did it. Wow. Oh! Reminder that the Twitch sings slash uh, new emote slot is 7 subs away. And if we don't get it by 2 Thursdays from now, then the Twitch Sing stream will not happen because it will be. I'm not going to do the Twitch Sing stream in my house for multiple reasons. And other things. How many subs are gifted right now? 15. There are 3 paid subs right now. 7. If there are 7 subs, then I do it. I know, imagine being one of my 3 paid subs. One of them hasn't shown up since they subbed to me. They are on almost 5 months of being subbed to me, and I have not seen them since month 1. I'm still getting money from them. It is not Hunter, it's not somebody from this community. Do you think Todd subs to people for more than 1 month? He subs to steal a founder badge and then never subs again. And I feel like the reason why he has people on Chatterino is purely so he can bait subs. And that's all I have to say. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.